You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sport.
I'm never late. I'm always on time.
Oh.
When have I ever watched him?
I want wings and pizza.
Is wings and pizza?
I want wings and pizza.
Yeah. I played with that gorilla. You hear me?
Okay. You have a Tesla. You float here.
Oh, what happened? At some point in time, this went from like being a show to being like a daily
zoo,
soap opera.
I mean,
seriously, it's like every day there's something. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God! Some of the idiots that work in this station.
Listen, I've confessed this, and I know I'm not alone. I'm not asking anybody else to confess this. Back in the day, I was addicted to soap operas. I openly admit it. Okay, I did. And then like one day, I was watching, and a storyline so dumb came up that like I'm not joking. It was cold turkey. I go, I'm not watching this show anymore. This is really dumb. Okay. By the way, good morning. Happy FriYAY, yay, yay, yay.
Happy FriYAY.
Or whatever. All right, so, again, I wish there was a secret cam that you guys could see. Because not 60 seconds ago, Joique is yelling, "Where's my charger? I asked for a charger 40 minutes ago." By the way, full credit. Joique was here 40 minutes ago. If we chastise... No, in the interest of being fair... If we chastise him for showing up at 10:52, we have to give him a tip of the cap when he shows up at 10:20.
But right? It wasn't 10:15.
Rules are rules.
I was here at 10.
You know what? Stop being so tall.
I was here at 10.
Listen. So then they're yelling at me like you have to get into position. What is position? I don't know what position. What is position?
I know what that means.
I can tell you. Okay, so here's...
I know you can tell us, boss.
Let me.
I'm sorry for talking, boss.
Oh, God. So here's the thing. On this shot right here, the room in between Joique's head and Sean's head, and it's still off. It's still off. And now I'm going to get screamed at by Stick because of it. Look at it. He's walking. Oh, God. God, I don't want to do this.
He's walking.
Fuck.
He's walking.
So in between the TV and your guys' heads, there needs to be this equal amount of room. Thank you, Kennedy. I guess we're doing it live on the show. Now I'm going to get murdered.
Look at Kennedy. Isn't she wonderful? Thank you,
Kennedy.
Go.
Move him over.
I'm telling
Kennedy
you.
is supposed to be in the middle anyway.
He's good.
You're supposed to be sitting in the middle today, Kennedy.
It's all those
why aren't you
push-ups
sitting in the middle today,
doing.
Kennedy?
You want me to explain why?
Explain to us why.
Because you two talk over her and she doesn't interject with content.
How dare you?
Oh, quiet on the set.
How dare you?
I'm just being honest.
Now you leave my bestie alone.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I saw somebody comment. I don't remember when it was. Not too long ago, but somebody said, "You talk too much, Sean." Boy, are you a fucking moron. Like, I didn't get a chance to tell you that before, but I want you to know now, from me to you. And this is the first time I've sworn in a while, so you know I mean it. So let me say it again with some emphasis behind it, okay? You're a fucking moron. This is a talk show.
What
so somebody has to talk. And what are we supposed to do? What, am I supposed to stop talking?
Do you want to show off your guns or no?
Oh, my.
Boy, are you dumb. Like, honestly, like, you need to know you're dumb. If nobody told you, look at that.
Jesus.
I
want to go home.
If nobody is willing to tell you that, like, on the little Facebook Live or whatever, let me tell you, you're not bright. It's a talk show. Somebody has to keep talking.
Or we lose content.
If the people that I'm sitting with aren't talking, then guess what I have to do as the driver of the show? I have to keep talking. Because if I don't keep talking...
This is what you're going to hear. So, Art, man, what's going on?
I can tell you this button...
You need to know
listen, this button right here, I'll turn this mother effer off right now.
You can't do it because you ripped the button out because you tried to show off yesterday.
I did rip it off, yes.
Art, can I tell you something?
Viewers. Thanks a lot, Art.
Art, can I say something?
As the assistant to the operations manager, yes, you can.
just because you rip the button off, doesn't it mean the button is still there? It's just a lot smaller and harder for you to hit?
I will tell you this. I actually tried pressing it a couple times before the show. It's impressible.
Ooh.
Nice try. Get out of here. It's impressive.
Impressible?
Impressible. So Joique's identity.
No. I need to get to this. Before we get to that, I need to get to this. So Stick is taking off up north. Have a safe trip, Stick.
When you leaving, Stick?
Talking to the mic.
In about a half hour.
This is like one of the most dangerous things in the world is when you give somebody with no authority.
Oh my God.
Because Art has been walking around here just destroying people.
You know what Art reminds me of when he gets authority? I remember when I was a kid, and my parents will leave. They'll go out on a date or they'll go visit someone, and they come to me and they say, "Listen, Joique, we're going to be gone for a little while. You listen to your sister. She's in charge." And I'll look over at my sister, and she'll look back over at me, and I just knew she was going to abuse her authority.
It's
That's
the older
Art.
brother thing, man.
That's Art.
It's the older brother thing.
Yeah.
It is. So Art has been on the warpath because, and here's the worst thing, and I'm not even pointing the finger at Stick for this. Stick has to do this, but Stick sent out a group text saying, "Guess who the boss is? Guess who the boss is?"
He
It's
didn't
Art.
say that at all. He did not say
Something
that
like
at
that.
all.
Something like that.
You don't read the group chat, so you wouldn't know.
You don't either.
Art's in charge or something like that. And so Art's walking, he's yelling at the hairstylist. No, more off the ear. Poor Alyssa's like one of the nicest human beings that ever
Lissy
walked on the
Poo.
face of the planet.
Lissy
And
Poo.
Alyssa's like cowering in the corner crying because Art more off the ear, more off the ear.
You know he gets that from?
Power trip.
Hurt people hurt people.
Hurt people hurt people.
And yesterday, what happened? He got hurt.
That's what happened. The bad man is far, far away, Art. It's
Listen,
okay.
you said his name and look at what happened. No, you say it 2 more times. No,
I did not say
turn
his
off
name.
the show.
I didn't say his name. I simply asked you a question.
I think whenever you say his name, you don't have to take him to Halloween because every time you say Chad name 3 times, it turns into Halloween in here.
Yep.
Especially in that booth.
I asked you who the lead singer of Nickelback was, and you told me.
It's Aaron Lewis from Stain.
Mariah Carey. All right, so yesterday, something happened in our group text that I.
Can I
Joique,
explain
you take it.
So yesterday I got caught out. Do you have the clip of me doing the backward flip yesterday?
Not on hand. I can grab it for you if you'd
grab
like.
it real quick.
I can do that.
And so yesterday we were talking about if we had a Olympic team here, who would win? Which show would win? The Morning Wood, Baligian Bell, or the Hook? And we were talking about swimming initially. Then we started talking about flipping, and we started talking about track. And so what happened was I said, you know what, Kenny, you can flip, right? And I said, well, me too. And she said, no, you can't. So I said, you know what, let me take off my watch. Let me put my wallet down. Let me take off my ear, my headphones. And I'm going to do a flip right here. And so I did a flip right here yesterday. You have that clip now? Art?
Give me a second. Tell your story while I'm looking for it.
That was pretty long. Art, Sean, that was pretty long. All right. That is what she said. So what happened? And so what happened was I got right here. I did a flip.
It was frightening.
It was frightening.
Yeah,
right?
it scared me.
Sean didn't think I was going to do it.
I was worried you were going to hurt yourself and hurt me, most importantly. I'm not going to lie.
No, I got you. We'll never hurt you, Sean. We got to protect you. You're the star of the show.
I'm fragile.
Star of the show. And so I do the flip. I sit back down. We talk about it. We go through the show. You know, I pick up my headphones. I pick up my phone. And I head home after the show. I get home, and I check the group chat, and I left my wallet here, and and on the hook, mine sits right here. So here's the flip. I took my
Lord.
But
What's
before
wrong
I did,
with
I took
you?
my watch off too. I had to put my watch back on. And so fast forward, I get home. I get a text from Corey. I'm pretty sure you've seen it already, but you left your wallet at the network. I said, oh, okay. And Kennedy tells me to go check the group chat because we have two group chats. We have the Woodward Sports and then we have the Baligian and Bell. Mass took my ID and put it into a chat with 30+ people with my name, my address, everything on there.
And Maz is going to say he didn't do it. We got to hold Maz accountable, Joique. We got to band together and rip him
What
to
are you doing, man?
shreds.
You want to put it on there?
So here's the thing.
I didn't do it. Art did it. He stole my phone and he posted the picture.
What are you doing?
So here's the thing, though.
Sick.
He goes in here. He says, "Who wants lunch?" Then I have him saved as New Boy Mike. That's TikTok Mike. He says, "Does that license unlock the Tesla?" Corey said, "Skip a lunch. I have his driver's license information now. I'm about to go do some damage as much as possible." And then it continues, though, because Maz says, "I'm getting my daughter's meal plan at MSU with it." And then at this time, we had told Joique, check the group chat. And Joique goes, "Yeah, thanks for putting my address everywhere," with the facepalm emoji.
It's the driver's license number. That,
Right.
The number.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like think like a criminal. There's Joique Bell's driver's license number. Guess what?
Yeah, and then what makes it worse? Then what makes it even worse? We come in to work today, and Six said, "You know, let's put it on the show as a joke." And Art already has the clip of it, and was going to put it on the show. True. And luckily, Six said what he said. He put it up there, and Six said, "You idiot! Take that. You know what? Let me do it." Then he blocks it out and then gives it back to. Look at Art's face. Art. I don't know who's stupider, him or Maz.
Maz? His name is
Maz.
Maz.
No.
Hi, Maz. I'm calling him Maz from now on.
Maz. I don't care. It's stupid.
His name is
We're about to take a
Maz
break
now.
real quick.
Well, we should probably do a live read.
Well, we're gonna finish that story when we come back because
It's
there's
a lot of
more.
stuff, man. It's a lot of
like seriously, there's a whole heck of a lot to unpack here. I'm not joking, and that's why I told you it's a soap opera. It is because when we come back, there's a cliffhanger. Guess what? Art went to Joique's house. How's that for a cliffhanger, huh? Don't say I've never given you anything. Art went to Joique's house.
Was this before the softball? Yeah, this was before the softball game. Yeah.
8 Mile vodka, born in Detroit, is distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care, then carbon filtered, aerated, bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with a smooth finish and a character all its own. It's an exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled and enjoyed straight or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. Now, next time you're out, ask your bartender for an 8 Mile vodka or pick up a bottle at Meijer. And as always, drink responsibly. The soap opera continues. Don't go anywhere until next time. Baligian and Bell, Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
All right,
What's up?
so in case you missed it yesterday, and this is one of those things, I had something to do yesterday afternoon, and listen, full disclosure, like these guys, I don't, like these group texts come in, and I just kind of go like this and delete them, and I saw this group text, and I just did one of these and just shook my head and then hit delete, so I didn't know all the aftermath from it, but now Art, evidently, you, and this kind of hurts me because...
What now?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Art's been in the Tesla.
No, I haven't.
No, he hasn't.
Art went to a basketball game with Joique.
Yes.
Kennedy's been in the Tesla. Art's been to Joique's house. Art's been to my house. Poor Sean gets nothing. I
Well-
don't go to anybody's house. I don't get invited for drives. I don't, and that's fine. I'm okay.
I think you could see the writing on the wall.
You know, this is what it was. So he wasn't even going to come in the house. All right, he dropped my wallet off. He got back. I said, "All right, come in." So he comes in the house.
No, that's not what happened. I pulled up to his driveway and, like a courteous coworker, I called him. What does he do? He not answers. He not answer phone.
not answers.
He
This
not
is what it
answer
is, though.
phone.
This is
He
what-
not answers.
I don't know how he got into my complex. I got to talk to security.
But
I
then
don't know
listen.
that-
So then I go knock on his door and he doesn't answer. I ring the bell. He doesn't answer. Joique Bell Doesn't have a bell that works, it seems. So
No,
I
I
get
heard
back
the
in my
bell.
car and go to leave, and he calls me and says, "Hey, Art, come on in."
So he comes on in. And you know what's funny, though?
Now, did
Because-
Joique let you in?
Yes.
Yeah. And so this is a funny thing, though. This is a funny thing. Good job, Sean. So this is a funny thing. So he calls me. He said, listen. Actually, he texted me. I'm sorry. He texted me. He said, listen, Joy, can I bring you your wallet? I got to get out of here for a few. Because what I told him to do, because I had, later that evening, I had a softball game that I was standing in for Stick. So Stick invited me because Adam wasn't going to be there, so I took his place. I said, you know, you can just give my wallet to Stick.
It's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah. And so
I'll take Joique for Adam, please. It's a pretty fair trade.
But Adam's pretty good, though. Adam's pretty good. And so,
Something tells me you hit the ball farther.
yeah, it's good. We'll see. So he comes in, we do a tour of the house, we have a little conversation. Then we have a conversation, then he leaves. But before he leaves, I offer him money. I said, let me give you some gas money.
No, that's not what happened at all. You said, "Oh man, I don't have any cash on me." I said, "Go ahead and give me some of that crypto." And then he goes,
No.
I'm not doing that."
No, that's not what happened.
That is exactly what
No,
you're
it's not what
talking
happened.
about.
No, that's not what happened. You asked me for Dogecoin, and I said I don't have Doge.
Okay,
That's
I'll
what I
take any
told you.
coin.
No, that's not what you said, though. I told you I don't have Doge. I can give you cash. You said, no, I don't want your money.
You
give me some
did
of that
not
Doge.
say you had cash, otherwise I would have gladly taken it. I'm broke. You did. You know what
As
you
I
did
offer
today,
you.
though?
You know what it is, though? I tried to offer him cash, and he didn't want it because it made him feel cheap.
No.
It made you feel cheap.
You know what? I will say, he did pay me. He did pay me. $1.50.
Yeah, I did. $1.50.
I was stuck
No,
in...
you didn't.
Okay.
Listen.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to tell
No,
you,
you didn't.
I was stuck in
That's
traffic.
real?
Yeah, it's real.
I was... Stop. It's not funny. And why are you wearing a freaking pitcher's mitt? You were a child. I will say it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get home because traffic was crazy. But, you know, I did it for my coworker. No respect.
Hey, 1 cent a minute.
And I got paid a tip then. Woo.
That's nice stuff. $1.50. $1.50. 10:55 this morning, right before the show started.
Look at that.
$1.50.
I don't even own a cash on it. What do I do with Apple Cash?
Listen, like honestly, when I was working like in the service industry, and somebody like left a cheap tip, like half the time I just wanted to go like this and just throw it back.
It's
at
an
them.
insult.
Like it's like, I'd rather you give me nothing.
You know what's funny?
Than on a $7.95 dip. Here's $8. Keep the change. Thanks, cheapskate.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen. I'm gonna tell. Let me tell you something. This had to be a couple years ago. It was a football player. I'm not gonna say his name. Went out to eat, and the service was terrible. He gave the girl like a 8-cent tip or a 1 cent tip, and she took it, right? And then because he put his signature on it, she put it on eBay and sold it for like $100,000.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Can you sign?
Yeah.
Can you sign that Apple Pay so I can make? I just
America.
can't, like listen. I did it out of the goodness of my heart.
No, you did.
I really
No.
did.
Do you want me to send you the text message that you sent me? Huh?
What, saying that I need a break from this place and I'll gladly bring you your wallet
You
and
said,
then
I
tell
want to
me
get out of here because I told you you didn't have to come. You could have gave it to Stick.
I should have, and now I'll never do anything
Well,
nice for you ever again.
Let's
I
be
appreciate-
let's be perfectly blunt. We know why Art needed to get out of here yesterday.
Yeah.
There was somebody whose name rhymes with Thad that was in the building.
Yeah.
And Art is holding up the
I broke it.
power.
I don't give a shit. I broke it.
The thing is, though, Art doesn't believe in the energy you put out is going to be the energy that you get
Oh,
back.
I get it now.
He doesn't get that.
I get it now.
I've been telling him this for months. But you know what they say?
What do they say?
A hard head make a soft ass.
Well, I have a hard
Grandma would
ass.
tell me that one. A hard head make a soft ass.
I've got a hard
Look at
ass.
that. It's raw right now.
Yeah, it's been getting
Raw.
beat.
It's real.
It's real.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you something. If I drove all the way to L-Town in the dangerous neighborhood and almost had my car shot up and everything, my tires slashed, and I brought you your wallet, what do you think would be an appropriate tip? Unbelievable.
You know what?
What are you
something
whispering?
Like that. I'd probably do something like that. There's an even money chance. Like yesterday afternoon, I'll give you an example. Art, how much time do you have? You know what? I'll stay for like an hour or something. Well, you know what, Art? I've got some wings, and I did these wings yesterday. This Parmesan garlic, it was really good.
He offered me water!
I would have given you. I would have given you some wings. I would have said, Art, if you're here for the next hour, I have like 36 wings on the smoker right now. There's no way my wife and daughter are going to eat like maybe 3 or 4 each, and I'm not going to destroy 30 wings. So yeah, Art, why don't you stick around for some wings? And then I'd probably give you $20, and then you'd look at me and you'd go, I'm not taking this money from you. And I'd go, Art, you live in Narnia. Just take the money.
Yep.
But you wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't. Because we're true friends. With Joique, pay me!
Exactly.
I
He
can't
wouldn't
believe
take
you gave him $1.50. That is awesome.
It's not
I
awesome.
wish I had the kahunas to do it. I'm serious. I wish I did. I wish.
I gave him $1.50.
Look at that picture.
It's so embarrassing.
The picture makes it even better.
I'm going to parlay
My
that
bad.
tonight.
I thought that was $15. My bad.
I'm parlaying that tonight.
Parlay that.
Make some.
I still want my 10% if you win anything.
10% these nuts!
You know what though? You don't even know how to pull that money off.
What?
You don't even know how to take that
I
money
don't.
out
It
of
will
your
stay there forever, just like the Ethereum Max coin that you made. I lost half of my portfolio. $13 to $6 because of you. Art, you gotta buy this coin, buy this coin, buy this coin! I do. It drops by half.
I told you had to sell it on the 6.
Friendship should not cost money, Joique.
I told you to sell it on the 6. I told you. You hard-headed. Hard-headed.
I will say, in full seriousness, it was 100% my fault for being a nice person and wanting to drive it out there. I had enough of this place for the day. When Joique says he wants something, you better do it. So I was like, you know what, I'll go out there. It's all good, Joique. You know, a package of diapers next time would be great. I wear a size 7.
Art, you drove like a half hour one way.
I drove 40 minutes one way and an hour and 20 back.
Yeah, because like you live like. Right?
I live in Holly, but the 75 is a mess.
But he rides a moped. $1.50 would fill that thing all the way
No,
up.
I drive a Kia, sir.
Even worse.
It would. It would fill that thing up.
Fill that thing up.
As a guy who had the Honda Spree, it would fill it up.
Fill it up.
Jake says that 1 Bitcoin would fill that Kia up until 2022, maybe
A whole
2023.
Bitcoin will buy that 10 times over.
Well, no, it's a $20,000 car. Excuse you, sir.
All right, so as Joique said when we come back, I told you today it was like Soap Opera Friday.
Yeah.
Don't say that you weren't warned, okay?
And so we have a Hall of Fame softball player in our midst. And he's pretty good. We don't know who that person is, but when we come back, we'll tell you all about it. Woodward Sports.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
And the soap opera continues.
And so last week, Stick asked me to come in, and they didn't have I think they were down a guy. He asked me what position did I want to play. I said, listen, I want to play third base. And so he comes at me and says, you know they hit some dingers down that third base line. You sure you want to go play third base? I said, no, I think I can handle myself. And so they invite me, I'll go out there, and we're playing some old guys. You know, you play a team like the whole team is old, and they had like 2 or 3 young guys. And so the 2 or 3 young guys kept them in the game, won them the game. And I can only play to like 5
So
innings.
you're overlooking those old dudes with old man strength. Good. Keep doing that.
Yeah, because they didn't do anything.
Who won the game?
Huh? The young guys. They hitting the home runs. Yeah. And so
Because old guys are smart.
they are smart. They're very smart. And so we go out there, and we had a couple good plays. You know what? Let's do the first hit, the home run.
Okay, where you got the
So
home
I
run?
get the bat.
Here we go.
It was a half swing, but
A
went
half
deep.
swing. Shut
it
up!
was a half swing, but you know,
I don't know what's worse, egotistical Joique or it wasn't anything.
it wasn't anything special. Play it back one more time so that people can see how how great this half swing was? One
One time.
Yeah.
Look
Just
at that.
the sound of it.
Look at
hitting,
that hit.
You know. She like that.
But play it to the end because this is key. This is key. Now watch this.
He goes to first, and that's it.
I don't need to run the bases.
I don't need to run the bases.
I'm just going to head back
That's
to
the
the
most
dugout
Joique
for my
thing I've ever
glory.
seen in
Head
my
back to the
life.
dugout. Head back to I didn't want to taunt the pitcher. I just want to, touch first and just. They give you the option. You get the option to run all the way around, or you can just. And then in their league, if you hit it, you get it. So since I hit a home run, I had to go run around the gate to grab it.
You hit it, you get it.
Yeah, it's called you hit it, you get it. And so
You had Fish go get it?
no,
Fish
I
out
should have
there?
made Fish go get it. You know why? Because I hit it to the water, and so I couldn't grab it out. So it stayed in the water. So I didn't go grab it. And so this is a sec. So and everyone asked me if I'm coming back to play, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come back and play next week or the week after. When my charity weekend's over. But the funny thing is, Sean, is that during this game, I realized I still have some wheels. I got some stuff left in the tank. I think I can get back out there on the football field. Take a look at this. You tell me, Sean. Do I have the wheels to get back?
Well, let's see.
He looked at it. Try again.
This is an old guy pitching.
Yeah.
So he can barely get the ball to the plate.
It's slow pitch softball, by the way. It's not full on. I'm going to throw a
I'd be
slider
little
85 in the
afraid
corner.
If you were standing at the plate, I'm not going to lie. If I was the pitcher, hey, I really want a comeback. You're coming right at my melon, right? Jeez, dude. Knock it off.
I was safe.
Slow
I'd have beat
down.
you down first base.
Huh?
I'd have beat you down first base.
You would be that first one.
I would have used my hamstring as like a rubber band and keep throwing it and I'd catapult myself past you.
So
Then I'd stand there and go, what?
What would you have done?
I would have pulled my hamstring and then used it like a rubber band and tied it to first place and catapulted myself past Joique, and then I'd stand on first and go, what? Recognize. Or something like that.
recognize.
Is that a right word? Did I use it in its proper context?
Yeah.
If I could, though, a couple things about your form in this play. No, I'm just joking. But watch
couple
out.
things about you.
form.
Did people know who you were? Did the guys on the other team go, hey,
No,
wait
I
a
don't think
second.
so. I don't think so.
Bullshit.
I don't think so.
Look at it.
No, Stick told me that they did not.
He
most
took
of the
his
other
hat
team
off,
did not know
bro.
who
My
Joique
hat
Bell
fell.
was.
You took your hat
No,
off.
my
Fish,
hat.
are you serious? Stick told you? See, I'll believe Stick.
What'd he
Stick
say?
said that the other guys didn't know that it was Joique Bell?
Yeah, that most of them did not know.
How do you not know Joique Bell? I'm not trying to kiss your butt.
Yeah.
But how?
They didn't know.
What do you sleep in a cave?
Guess
No,
so.
it was cool.
No, but how do I? I'm.
Have you not seen me on the Baligian Bill show? Huh? Have you not seen me on here?
No, you're a grown man and you don't know who Joique Bell is?
And you live in Detroit? What?
They probably live in Roseville.
I don't know, but then
Sean is
people-
blowing smoke right now.
No,
Stop.
no. Now that I think about it, let me stand correct. I don't know who young Dizzy Gravy guy is.
His name's Young Gravy.
Young Gray.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? So you guys, there are people
he has. So he's in a group, and he's Little Gravy, and the person that's in the group with him, his name is called Mashed Potatoes. So Mashed Potatoes and Gravy.
Fish, these guys really didn't know who Joique was?
All right, okay.
They didn't know who Joique was? Fish is still poor Stick. He just wants to go up
No,
north.
the other team didn't know, did
Do you
they?
think they knew? Do you think they know
The
that
guy
was Joique?
playing third didn't know. They knew he was Joique because we kept saying, Joique, good hit, Joique,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, he used to play for the Lions. He was like, oh, Joique Bell. It hit, they knew, but they didn't know. Because that's the one thing with NFL players, you don't really see your face often.
But how many Joiques do you know?
0. You. And that's enough.
Yeah. And how many Joiques you know with locks?
My next door neighbor, the guy across the street, two houses down there, 4 or 5
But I'll
different
tell you
Joiques in
this
my
much.
neighborhood.
Some people on our team, because, in the group chat, they're like, do you have a sub? I'm like, yeah, we could get Joique Bell maybe to play outfield. And then afterwards, a couple of the kids that didn't show up to the game, everybody, we sent the home run and all that. Like, Joique crushed the ball. Joique's actually a really good player, and all that stuff. And so it was like, I didn't believe you guys. I thought you were bullshit.
Stick didn't know if I was good because when I told Stick I wanted to play third base, they hit some lines down third base. I said I can handle it.
You got to protect the moneymaker, man. I didn't want Joique taking a line shot to the face, but
no, you know who took a line drive to the face was the pitcher, but he had a mask on. I mean, I thought he was in the hospital. I mean,
I played third. I was in a league with Timmy Mack. This is 15, 20 years ago, and I played third, and it's
the
hot corner, baby.
It's real.
Yeah,
it's real.
I like it.
Yeah, I like
no,
it
but
too.
Joique, to his credit, had some great throws to me over at first. I was backing up home on an overthrow, was able to throw a guy out at third because Joique was covering the bag. Like it was a good
Stick
time.
is like the perfect first baseman too, because like he's Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
Like look at his wingspan. So when I throw the ball like 10 feet wide, Stick can just go and grab it up, and he saves.
Stick threw me a high ball. I didn't think I was gonna catch.
Joique literally got like 3 feet off the ground to catch this ball because it was sailing into left field. It was going into left field.
We had a double play, but the guy dropped.
That's not our normal second baseman, man. We had to adjust the whole team.
Hey, oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was okay, Art. I'm used to your disrespect.
Okay, cool. Sean, I know how you feel now because have you been invited to softball? That's weird.
Well, listen, okay, Art. Full disclosure. I'm 70, and I appreciate the fact that Stick doesn't want me to die.
I will carry you on my back.
Hey, for the record, neither of you are invited ever. Just want to get that out there so we don't have to have this conversation again. Art, I don't even think you own a mitt, cleats, anything to do with a hat.
I'm 70, and Stick cares about my health.
You know what it
and
was?
well-being, so I
Stick could be a
appreciate
third
that.
base coach.
Stick saw my glove and said, "Oh, he can play.
Yep.
He can play."
Yeah, it's a well-oiled glove, so I know you actually put some maintenance and love
I have a
into it.
Mizuno as well.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
We got to. Have you ever played catch with your daddy?
I've never played catch with a mitt before. No.
So you got to come on now. Now we got to play
Guess what?
catch.
Part 2,
Bro, you don't want to see me with a
You know who
base
Art
call.
looks like?
You're coming back to my house. Part 2.
What's my guy name from the Sandlot? The nerd that couldn't throw.
Squints, isn't
You
it?
throw like a girl, that guy.
Yeah, the one who ran the ball all the way back into the infield from the outfield.
Everyone's laughing. Get over
He
it.
does look like Squints
I'm sorry.
a little bit.
I said this before, and people I think that movie's overrated. It's okay.
You're overrated.
I did. See, that's what I'm talking about.
How
You know
dare
what? Because you're older.
I think it's over. No, it was.
The Sandlot?
But the way that people for me, if you carry on about something, it has to be awesome, right? And it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad.
It's an awesome movie.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's that was our childhood, to get with the boys, play baseball. It was something that we could relate to. I think that's why we loved it so much. We could relate to it. Now, we didn't have the community
Walk
pool.
down to the park.
We didn't have the community pool, but
No.
other than that, yeah.
It was one neighborhood over from where we live. We would go there, but all the other kids, they didn't like us being there because we were on their turf.
That turf.
Yeah, it was. You know what's funny about that though? I want to get back to that. Like people, Stick. You bring up a point. I mean, how many people see Joique without his helmet on and stuff like that? It's funny when people do the realizing though. It's like because usually how it starts with like a whisper. Is that Joique Bell? When I had the barbecue in the fall, and this was a big one. There were too many people that came over. There's no other way to say it.
Sean, you don't do anything small.
Okay, no, yeah, there were too many people that came over. My neighbor's walking his dog, and I'm talking with Darren McCarty in the driveway, and it was funny. My neighbor goes, Sean, come here, and I walk over there, and he goes, is that Darren McCarty eating wings in your driveway? I'm like, no, he looks like Darren. Yes, it's Darren McCarty, but it's funny to watch people's demeanor
Reaction.
change, and now I get it because you're. Dude, no, you're just Joique.
All right.
It's the same thing. It's like
Sean,
Darren.
it's been that way since 2009.
And then all of a sudden, I'm not joking. We live in Art, you've been over. My whole cul-de-sac, mysteriously, they all came out of their house. As soon as they found out, the one guy found out it was Darren, mysteriously, they all happened to walk by my house. And, oh, are you having a barbecue? No, it just looks like it. And then, hey, is that Darren? You think I can meet him? It's kind of funny. It's I don't know. I guess I've never been starstruck by.
Yeah.
It's just
You
What's
know,
up,
you've been in the business so long. You've
Even
seen
when
everybody.
I was a kid, it's just like
You're only starstruck when you meet the one person that you idolize your whole life.
Larry Robinson.
Yeah.
I turned into an 8-year-old again. It was pretty cool, actually. But no, I mean, I like whatever, right? Yeah, I mean, like, I hope you're taking this as you're taking this as a compliment. You're just
What are you
Joique.
doing? What are
You're just Joique. Like you're just a cool
normal
dude
guy.
I know. Right? Like that's just.
Thank you.
Nah, I'm
Sean,
serious. Like if you see
for trying
Joique
to call
around
me
town,
cool.
you're gonna
You know-
probably gonna be let down because he's
Do
gonna
you know
go,
how
hey,
much
how you
street
doing? And be
cred I
human.
just got by Sean saying I was cool?
No, you are. You're a cool guy.
You just gave me
I
some
mean,
street
no, I
cred.
mean that. Like that's not. Don't roll your. I'm being serious. Like this is not one of those.
Hey, Art, do you have an issue with me?
Yeah, I do have an issue with you.
What
You
is
want to
it?
know what the issue is?
Get it off your chest.
I could show you the issue right
Get
now.
it off your chest.
That's the issue I have with you. Right there on the screen. Sean, can you see that? That's the issue that I have.
I talked to. Listen, before I sent that, I asked Kennedy, "Is this enough?" And she said she thought I was overpaying.
Oh, Kennedy, K-Dog.
I was like, "This can fill up his moped."
I hope you sleep well tonight, Joique.
I will. You know, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. You know why? Because it's hot, and when it's hot, what do you have? You have an air conditioner. Have I told you about Northwestern Tech? Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. To learn more today, go to northwesterntech.edu. Joique Bell, Sean Baligian, and this is Woodward Sports. Stay tuned.
Ridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5
Every day, right here on the hook.
on Woodward Sports Network.
It never ends. Oh no.
We
what?
have to address this.
What?
Out of the bottom and the goodness
Oh,
in
God.
my heart.
It wasn't for show content.
Not for show content. I didn't send it to Art to post or anything. I bought Art breakfast. And so I need all of you in the comments to apologize to me immediately because you came at me very hot and very quick.
No.
Yesterday.
No. That's how we do it.
Because
That's
you
how
little
we do it.
shitheads were making them judge me.
No.
Get in there.
And-
Get some, Kennedy. Get some.
Well, now they think I'm just this little content demon. But in reality, that's Fish. Fish is the content
That is true.
monster.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
There's some validity to that.
Thank you.
Save it for the show, right, Fish?
Yes,
Save
sir.
it for the show.
Speaking of saving for the show, how's those headphones working for you?
They're working fine.
You know what's funny though?
You
know what's funny though? Sean, when we come in here and it's hot and it's uncomfortable and
Someone comes in,
we just want a little
look,
bit of air. Hold on,
twisted
hold
as
on while I'm
hell.
talking. Hold on while I'm talking. Be respectful. Be respectful.
Be respectful.
You have your time. We sit here and he said we complain about the air being on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But what we don't know is that Fish complains about things too. You know what he complains about? He complains about those headphones he has on. Look at the wires right now. He's playing with the wires right now.
Who did that, Fish?
And so
I don't know who did that. I'm assuming people that come in
So
on Sundays
this is what
or
we decided
Saturdays.
to do for Fish.
What'd you do?
We decided to get Fish his very own headphones.
No way. Are you serious?
For the booth, so he doesn't have to worry about other people using his headphones and messing up the cords.
That is awesome.
Fish, are you happy?
Yes, you guys are the best. Thank you.
Huh? Are you happy?
Fish, come get your headphones.
Come get your
headphones. Come
Hold on,
get
no,
get some right now.
Fish, no, I'll bring them to you, Fish.
Oh,
I'll bring them to you. No, I'll bring them to
Joique's
you,
gonna bring
Fish.
it-
I'll bring them to you. You relax.
Wait, you're going to go to the audio booth?
I'm going to go to the audio booth.
Is this a first ever?
Aw, can we get I want you to get the cam of that. Can you get the cam of that when Joique enters the fish tank?
Is he going to fit in there?
You guys.
Oh, he bowed.
Will you guys hug?
Yamasta.
I don't hug.
Okay,
look at
he's
that.
too
See?
tall. He's too tall.
Isn't that great?
There we go. Hey.
I got it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Sean, do you have a pair of headphones? Did Joique? No softball? No home visit? No Pistons game? No headphones?
Nope.
Hang on.
But I got something special for Sean.
These
You know
comments
what I
are
did today?
like, "Oh, Joique, you're doing such a good deed." Joique had nothing to do with these
I had nothing to
headphones.
do. I'll be honest. I had nothing to do with getting the headphones.
And everyone in the comments is giving him all the credit.
Listen, I had nothing to do with buying those headphones. I just thought it was a good bit for the show, for content, because he's such a content whore. So it was for content. Save it for the show.
Somebody said this is a good soap.
And I told you. What did I tell you? This was going to be one of those days. Look, it's Friday. It's nice weather. All of that stuff. This was coming today.
Detroit Dabber said, great. Now anytime Joique disagrees with Fish, hey, didn't I buy you your headphones?
That's.
I'm using it.
There's some.
I
Dave
actually
Hubbard,
bought those headphones on my
Chef
own.
Dave, who
was
I
just
do the
joking.
smoke show with, actually said, I still get the stomach butterflies when I'm around Sean. No lie, it makes me nervous.
Aww.
That makes me sad. I haven't put you at ease, friend?
Well, it's probably because you hit him.
You put your hands on people, Sean?
Yeah. When I came over to his house, he's like, let's wrestle. And I was like, Sean, I barely know you.
Listen, it's hilarious.
When I was younger, I did, but I don't, I was a hothead when I was younger. I openly admit it. I was a hothead. I did a lot of dumb things, and you can't go back and undo them, but you can learn from them and not be a hothead. And I haven't been a hothead in a long time.
Proud of you.
Seriously. My kids will tell you.
I'm going to tell you this, Sean. Tessie headphones house. I drove a pickup truck here today so we can be 20. Look.
You like it, don't you? You like it.
It's a big boy deal. That's a big boy
Wait,
deal.
what happened? Explain to the show. What happened?
His car is in the shop. So he got, as his rental, he got a pickup.
No, it was kind of funny. So it's I lost my key because with the Tesla, you've seen the Tesla key. It doesn't have like a place where you can put it on a keychain, and so they're going to give me 2 more keys, and they're going to keep a key for me at the shop just in case I lose my 2. And so he said, "Listen, there's so much. It's like my second home." He said, "Listen, just take my truck." So I dropped my car off, and he gave me his truck. So I drove his truck here today. Shout out to Mark.
You like it, don't you? You like it, don't you?
You know what? I'm not gonna. I did like it. That's the big boy. I feel so safe in there.
Fish is so happy. Fish, I'm so happy. I love watching other people be happy. You're genuinely happy right now.
Can we get you taking it out the box and plugging it in?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Do it right now,
We're
baby.
doing an unboxing as you guys are talking about sports.
Yeah. It's so much good content, so much good things going on that we just had to get it out there to the public.
Whoever
That's
wrapped
all.
these, good ass job. I mean, look at this wrapping. 10 out of 10 wrapping.
look
Can't
at
get any
that.
better than that.
He's
Those are professional
Could
depth.
wear like some, looks like a tablecloth. Could put this on my table.
Kennedy, give us the backstory on these headphones.
I don't have the backstory on these.
I know you don't because I got them. Thank you.
Got them. I knew that much.
I'm just trying to see. It's 11:43. How long can we go with zero content today? Stay tuned. We're going to do our best to do that today on a Friday.
But people really want to hear from you about hockey.
We'll talk about it maybe after the break.
Yeah, but we don't need
want
a
a break
right
now?
Oh,
We
sorry.
got about
It's
40
hot back here. It's hot in here, man.
Art, we're gonna need you to stop talking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can I tell you what? And I can't take credit for this line. They're both intriguing matchups, but the stripper capital of the United States of America taking on the stripper capital of Canada. And we'll get into that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Art, did I do good? You're the boss. I got to listen to Art.
Well,
Art
we
wants me
still
to
have
break.
4 more minutes if you want to. I don't want
You just yelled at me.
Yeah,
I know.
because,
I'm
getting yelled at.
See, here's the
It's
thing.
hot in here.
If you're going to be the boss, you
God.
got to be the boss.
All right, well, then you know what? Talk for the next 3.5
Wait,
minutes.
wait.
Oh, God.
Sean, I'm so glad you said that because we had a conversation this morning. Art, I want you to take control while I'm gone, but you have to be a leader.
Okay.
You have to be a leader.
Can I try it right now?
Yes, let's see.
Get back to the content!
All right,
Much better.
I will do
Okay,
that.
okay,
The NHL's version of the Final Four. Again, you can't call them conference finals because it's not really conference finals in this crazy COVID year, is now set. Tampa and the Islanders starts on Sunday. The Knights, who look dead in the water after 2 games, there's no other way to say it, they dominated the Colorado Avalanche. The Knights are advancing to the NHL's version of the Final Four to take on Les Habitants. And that series starts on Monday, and it is intriguing because it is the stripper capital of aux États-Unis, the United States of America, taking on the stripper capital of Canada.
Nah, you know, that just tells me that they have a lot of motivation.
Yeah, maybe stripper bragging rights. I don't know.
A lot of people to impress.
And if you don't believe me about Montreal, and you can ask your boy this, because we know somebody who played in Montreal, Joique, one of your ex-teammates.
From Wayne State.
From Wayne State. Go to St. Catherine Street. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Go to St. Catherine Street, and that's all you need to know.
Nasty guy,
So yeah, it's gonna be a great series.
Nasty guy.
I had said originally I thought Colorado was going to win the cup. Obviously, they got knocked off. But once the playoffs started, to me, Tampa just looks like they're in a different place than everybody right now. I think Tampa's going to repeat. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
The job that Steve Yzerman putting that team together is phenomenal. But here's one thing that I want everybody to pay attention to. And this is the National Hockey League today. And this is why guys like me are going to keep telling you to calm down and hold your horses about the Red Wings, okay? Do you know what one commonality between all these teams are? Their depth. They are just deep. They're 4 lines deep. They have guys that can move the puck. Their defense cores are deep. It really is. I mean, depth is so important in the National Hockey League today. And all 4 of those teams, it's interesting. Is there a heck of a lot of star power with these teams? Well, outside of Tampa, no. Vegas has a bunch of good players. I think the Islanders have good players. The Habs have good players, but their best players are young right now. But they're all deep, and that's the commonality between these 4 teams. And I think it's a testament to where the league is at and where Steve Yzerman wants the Red Wings to be. So when you have people like me saying this, and trust me, Joique, I've been accused of this and on the radio and back when I was doing TV. You're making a lot of excuses for Steve Yzerman and things like that. No, I'm not. Steve Yzerman said day one, guys, be patient. This is going to take some time. Why is it going to take some time? Because this was a Red Wings team that didn't have a whole heck of a lot of depth, guys. And this process probably should have started 3 years earlier than it started. So you're talking about 5 years. It's going to take 5 years to get this done. And the way that I look at it, the Red Wings already have a couple years under their belt. So it's going to be a fun Final Four. I can't wait. But for the first time in my life, the Montreal Canadiens are going to be playing on my birthday, which is pretty stinking cool.
So is that the day we can all come over and watch the game with you?
Absolutely not. This is, and you know what? It made me for the first time in my life change. I think I told you, sometimes my birthday falls on Father's Day, which means I have to go do things for others that day. I get it. It's Father's Day, so I have to pretend like I care. If they really cared about me, Sean, what would you like to do? I want to do nothing today. I don't want to go to my mom's house. My mom can visit, but I don't want to go to my mom's house.
Right.
I don't want to go to lunch with my kids. Let me make lunch. But it's not about me, and I get that, so I have to. But this year, oh no. Sean will be doing nothing today on Father's Day. Nothing. There will be nothing done that day but me relaxing and watching hockey. That's I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's the greatest day ever. Birthday, Father's Day, Habs are playing.
What?
Guess what? Y'all don't exist. That's what's happening that day. God. My day.
Sean, I see that you're really
And when we come
excited.
back, we'll like to talk to you guys about the
Are
NBA
you?
playoffs. So stay tuned. Kennedy Broadwell, Joique Bell, Sean Baligian. Stay tuned.
I'm murdering you.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Okay, so let's get straight to this. Something needs to be addressed.
Uh-oh.
We've just given Fish this amazing gift of friendship and headphones. And then we see Chuck's comment. Had to call to your attention. Was catching up on the Wednesday edition of The Hook, and Fish called Sean and Joique losers 43 minutes into the show. Can we get some context?
For the air. I have a responder for the air. Because you guys keep the air on. Rodion was sweating his ass off. And he did not complain once.
Give those headphones back.
That's fine.
Oh, are you really? No, don't give them back, Fish. Sean, comment?
I have been backstabbed so many times.
By the way, let me say this. There have been complaints in the back room about how the show sounds. I asked people, say, hey, does the air bother you during this show?
Call them out. What's their name?
And we have some names for you of people that have said, yeah, the air is in the background and it kind of ticks me a little.
Say their name.
Throw them under the bus, too.
Well, first off, you guys know who the first person is. Stick. That's number one.
All right, Stick's all right.
Yeah.
We have another guy, Justin, that was saying that
I can't
might
attack
bother
Justin. I
him
like
just a
Justin,
slight
too.
bit. Now, I'm not saying it pisses them off, but it does, like, annoy them a little.
Who the hell does he think
or
he is?
might hurt them.
This
I
is
think
our J-Dog talking this way?
Exactly.
Who else, Stick?
I'm glad
Or
you
who else,
didn't any
Fish?
breakfast that day.
Throw them all under the bus.
I'm happy.
Who
about
else? Maz probably had to say something.
No donuts for Justin anymore.
Yeah.
Anybody else, Fish?
Don't do that to him.
Maz
No
does. When he was talking to Rod Allen, he says, we don't keep the air on because it sounds like a jet engine.
Oh,
So you could say Maz is one of them. But he's always been talking about the air.
Maz put
so.
personal information on in group chat. Shut up.
Well,
I have been
another
backstabbed
problem.
and betrayed so many times in this business that like I have like 2 inches of scar tissue, and I've said this before on this show. When you work in this business a long time, it is amazing. Like you just get this ability, like things just don't bother you anymore. I wish I knew how to say it otherwise, except for today, because the one person in this entire building that I would never ever expect to betray me, just betrayed me. Fish, you broken my heart.
Now, I'm not saying
I
they
know
have
it was
a
you.
problem with the
You
air, but
broke
they said
my
it
heart.
ticked them off maybe a little.
Losers, huh?
Hey, Joique.
So air conditioning makes us losers.
I
feel like when you
would've
drive a pickup
accepted
truck, you got to do this as a
Pansy.
key.
I
Okay, it
would've
only
accepted
makes you
wimp,
losers
but
because we have
loser?
complaints
Yeah.
of people saying that the air is on and it makes a difference in the show.
Let me tell you something real quick. I
Go
feel
ahead.
like I want to, kind of shift gears here. Speaking of shifting gears, I feel like when you drive your type of truck, Sean, which I'm driving today, I feel like you just take your keys and just do like that when you're walking around. You ever just?
I think Sean needs a hug. You've been giving out a lot of gifts today, Joique. I think you need to give him a hug.
You know what, Sean? You know what I got?
No, give him a hug. Give him a bro hug, Joique.
No, because you know what? It's too damn hot in here, and I really sweat and sweat. I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to share
Why,
sweat
you think
with
I
Joique.
came out of
just
here?
Don't.
You think I came in sleeveless because I wanted to show my guns?
It's too damn hot in here. Just
Go
no
ahead,
way to
Joique.
say that.
You think I wanted to come in here sleeveless because I wanted to show my guns?
No,
Like,
but
it's
you
hot in
will.
here.
Do it. You will. Show him what you're working with.
Just,
Fish, I'm hurt today, Fish. You could have called me a lot of things, but to drop the L word on me?
Yeah.
You guys dropped the L word about the Lions hat. So if you can drop the L word about the Lions hat, I can call you guys losers.
Here's the
I
difference.
think the hat looks
All
fine.
right, let me
if someone
tell
put
you,
it on a t-shirt,
like
I'd wear
I
it.
love the Lions. You know that, right?
Yes.
The Lions have been losers. And you know what? If you don't want to be losers, stop being losers. That's the difference. I love the Lions, but like I'm gonna be.
Let me lose it for 2 more years.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I mean,
lose
they've
2
been
more years.
arguably the worst franchise that I've ever known. I love them. That doesn't mean that I love them. And I'm with you, Joique. For the first time in my life, I really do believe, wow, this is a good direction. This is what they should be doing, and they're cognizant about what they are right now.
Sometimes you gotta blow it up to rebuild it.
Like, to me, I'm glad that you brought that up because I heard somebody talking about it the other day, and I said, you couldn't be missing the point anymore. It was our group chat. And somebody was like, how can't you realize how tone deaf that is?
Yeah. It's funny.
Everybody knows what a bad franchise you are. They don't know the extent of it.
Yeah, you know they say.
And you're going to put an L on your hat? You're asking people, please make fun of us. No, really, we want you to make fun of us. Make fun of us.
Yeah. So, it's funny. Fish, if we're losers, why are we still your favorite show?
Because you guys are funny, unpredictable, and it's a flowing show.
But we're losers.
Yeah, and for the AC.
No.
That's
You just
one
said
thing.
losers.
You didn't say for the AC. You just called us
for the
losers.
AC. You just called us losers.
Pick a side.
I could still call you losers, and you could be the best show. That's actually a
We're
real
winning.
thing.
How can we be the best show, be winning, and we're the worst? Like, I don't get that. You're contradicting yourself.
You could say the Lions played a terrible game, but they still won the game. And you could say the Lions played bad, but they still won the game. That's the thing.
What does that have to do with us?
Because I could still call you losers for the AC, and you can still be my favorite
Time
show.
out. You can tell when things get really rough on this network when Sean just decides it's dip time. It's dip time.
Not even high.
You have pushed him, Fish, to the point of dipping.
It just like Fish, of all the people in here, of all the people in Woodward Sports, like the one constant for me has been Fish.
Yep.
Like my morning gets good when you and I come in here, and it might be 30 seconds. It might be 3 minutes. But Fish sits here, he leans close to me, I lean close to him, and we have a nice talk about hockey.
Oh, okay.
Every day, right? We have a nice talk about hockey.
Does he go 90, you go 10, or he goes 90, you go 10?
It's mostly Fish. It's mostly
Okay.
Fish. But and then, the day of my barbecue, I knew all my friends were coming over. But my work friends decided that for the most part they didn't want to come over. But you know who was there that morning, an hour and 15 minutes before the barbecue even started?
Early that time.
People said, what time should we come over? I go, come over anytime you want afternoon. So what time? If you want to come over at noon, come over at noon. If you want to come over at 1, come over at 1. Right? And I knew my friends were going to be there, but Art, I'm beginning to buy your theory. Work friends.
Oh, yeah,
No,
totally.
don't
We're touch
feed
and
into
go.
that.
We're touch and go. I didn't know if the work friends were going to come. And as it turned out, 4 whole work friends came. But do you know who was number 1? Do you know who the first person was?
The guy who called you a loser?
Walking down my patio into my backyard, I see this all too familiar smile.
Smithers.
There's Fish.
Oh, Smithers.
Gosh damn it, there's Fish. And Mr. Fish, who was smiling like little fish. So I know where he gets it from. And I had a wonderful, warm conversation with he and his father, and I thought that was real.
It was real.
This is my question for you, Fish. So every day, you sit here and you say, you're the best.
Yep.
Sean, you're the best.
Yep.
Joique, you're the best. Art,
Yep.
you're the best.
Yep.
Kennedy, you're the best.
I love the show. It's my
But
favorite
then
show.
Your
you
camera went
turn and call us losers. So which is it?
No,
Which
it's some
is it?
things.
Are we
Listen,
the best or are we losers?
Fish, there's some things you do for content. It's some things that you keep your integrity and your morals. Don't get into the business and lose your morals and your integrity trying to do content. Okay, stay true to your heart. This is your heart. Don't lose yourself.
All right, I'm going to defend you, Fish. While I don't like what was said, It hurts me.
Hold on. What are you defending?
No, I'm going to. Do you know what?
Get to the point.
Sometimes, and I'm gonna give you an example, okay? Joique, let's say one day you come in here. We all have bad days, right? I mean it's human nature. We all have bad days. As I've gotten older, I wish I could explain this to you. This is serious. Do you know what I tell myself when I feel like I'm in one of those moods?
Yeah.
I tell my brain to stop.
Tell us about my bookie.
No, I have to tell you this story first because
All right,
this
tell
is
the
how I'm
story
going to
first.
defend. This is how I'm going to defend Fish.
Okay.
So, I tell my brain to stop. Literally, that's been my mechanism. Sometimes you're just not in a good mood, and I go, Sean, what's up? Stop. And that's how, like, seriously, it works for me. You know, you have to figure out what works for you, and that works for me. So let's say one day you came in and you were like in a mood, and like I jokingly say to you, "Oh, somebody's in a mood today," and you snap at me because I don't know what's going on in your life, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, you don't have to act like a dick to me, right?" Am I calling you a dick, or am I saying you're acting like one?
You're saying you're acting like your actions,
right? So
your actions right now.
that I'm trying to defend you here, Fish. So help me out, okay? Gosh damn it, don't sit silent in there. You're not saying that we're losers, but in this particular moment, we're acting like losers because we're being so dramatic about the air.
That is correct.
Okay. So does that defense work for all of you? Because sometimes like Kennedy, if I said, Kennedy, why are you being such a bitch today? Am I calling you a bitch? I'm saying you're acting like one in that moment, but it's surprising me because you're not that. You're perky, smiley, high-end Kennedy. Does that make sense? Okay.
So here's the thing. Jake said, though, at least Fish owns it and doesn't maz it and pawn it off on Sticker the rest of the crew. I mean, honestly, Fish, you've never been a man to hold your words back. So props to you.
Maz it.
Yeah, don't maz it around here. What would he say? Hey, you're Maz right now, Sean. Hey, Maz,
Thanks for the wheels, Maz.
Yeah, Maz.
I've never said anything. Check the tape.
Hey, why did you put Joique out on like that? Why did you put his driver's license
Not about
out?
my Islanders, Fish. I don't care about what you said. The Islanders are playing on Sunday.
They are playing on Sunday, but that still doesn't make it right for you to send Joique's driver's license out like that.
I didn't do that.
Who did it then?
Somebody stole my phone.
And sat in your chair?
Yeah, do you have a pass?
And sat in your chair and got your code to your phone and
Yeah, do you have a passcode on that phone, man?
And then responded to all the text messages?
He's the guy calling you losers.
Yeah, you gotta throw at least 5 people under the bus.
Yeah. But what about Kennedy? She spilled beer on her couplet.
Hey, what did Art do?
Art just freaks out. Chad.
And what about Joique? What does Joique do?
Joique hits a home run and goes to America's ass.
Now, hang on, I'm gonna bring up. What about Darren?
I don't know. I can't think of something.
No, Darren doesn't do anything wrong.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
In Maz's world, Darren does nothing wrong.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
He would never talk shit to Darren.
So that's perfect.
D-Mac. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Did you ever see that goal?
Can you do the MyBookie read as Maz, please?
I don't know if MyBookie wants that.
But we want it.
Hey, it's Maz with MyBookie.
Hey, with baseball in full swing and the Stanley Cup playoffs out to a hot start, how about my Islanders? You can make each and every series matter by having a stake in the game at mybookie.ag. Regardless of whether you bet in favorite or underdogs, and the Islanders are an underdog, player prop bets are just looking to make some cash. MyBookie gives you tons of options to make all your favorite matches a hell of a lot more exciting. If you're looking to bet for the first time you don't know what to bet on, they are there to help point you in the right direction. Maz's Islanders taking on the Lightning. They're going to be a heavy underdog. You could find some good odds there, huh? If you're feeling a little of that Barry Trotz magic, go to mybookie.ag, sign up now and use promo code Woodward to get your first deposit matched halfway up to $1,000. Let them know we sent you. Use promo code Woodward to get that free deposit bonus and start your day off with a W. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. You were warned today that today was a soap opera. Oh, look, Death just walked in.
Death just walked in.
No! Hey, look, there's Death. No! He had the day off, but he jumped in his tractor and drove all the way from the killing fields
That's why
to
I was
come in
late.
here to add to the misery today. Joique Bell, Sean Baligian, Woodward Sports.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac. God.
Listen, okay, so they're yelling at us during the break to get the show back on track. And what you didn't hear, literally 1 second before we went on the air, Kennedy and Art bickering at each other, and like Art in the middle of a countdown, he's going 5, 4, 3, 2. Kennedy, shut up! That's how we came back.
Well, because she's making a mockery over the fact that I'm stuck here while everybody's up in my old hometown in Petoskey throwing
what am
Petoskey
I?
stones.
All I'm saying is
What am
I
I?
got the
I'm
invite,
here.
and I said I'm not going if Art's not going. That's exactly what I said. You
Aw.
can ask my dad. I said I will not go without Art. So
Go where
there.
without Art.
See? Yeah. Now the crap's getting real because Joique and I didn't know anything about
You
this.
guys wouldn't have gone
Go
right.
where?
You're absolutely right.
to go up to Petoskey.
Do you even know? Oh,
You
go
are
to Art.
1,000%
Did they leave
correct.
already?
I would
Yeah,
not
they
have
just
gone.
left about
Go
10
now.
minutes
You
ago.
leave now, Joique.
Have fun, Joique.
I've never seen a grown
Yeah, but
man move so
listen,
fast.
Art, to your point, I knew damn well none of you were going to show up to my barbecue, but I had to ask anyway.
How many times do I have to tell you, Sean, I had COVID? What do you want me to do? Go
I
in
knew
and just
none of you were going to show, but I had to ask you anyway. Poor Dave Hubbard and I, Mike, we're sweating over our boy. Those guys are going to be here.
Wait.
They seemed all exciting. They're gonna come over.
Did
we
Joique-
worked our tails off all night, and none of you showed.
Did Joique really leave? Are you doing the show by
Yeah,
yourself?
he's gone. He gone. You know who's gonna come over to my house for a barbecue?
Bob Seger?
Sawyer.
Oh, Sawyer.
Sawyer will come over. Sawyer and I had to talk about some barbecue food, and it took me about 10 seconds to figure out he's in the club. He is absolutely positively in the club.
Oh, Joique's back. All right, Joique's back,
Hi, Joique.
everyone.
My bad. I just missed the bus.
Well, it wasn't
Just
a bus.
missed
It was the Woodward Sports Jeep.
I mean, like, I missed the train.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
Did you hear Jenna invited you? You can come up to Cadillac with me for the 4th. Isn't that nice, Jenna?
No one wants-
Jenna, I'm actually working that.
Let
day,
me tell
so
you.
I
I'm actually in
can't.
Cabo.
I love Jen. No one wants to go to Cadillac. Cadillac up north, it's a shithole.
I like Cadillac.
You like
it's
Kaz's 8-ball lounge?
Yes. I'm not
I play
familiar with that.
basketball up there in Cadillac.
I got my first tattoo in Cadillac from a prison inmate. Cadillac's a shithole. I'm sorry. Cadillac Petoskey, I don't know.
That's so disrespectful. No one comes see a trailer parking and calls it a oh. So why?
But I know it's a shithole. The people of Cadillac think they're living on a gold mine.
Lynn said us Woodies will come. All right, yeah, Woodies, the next big shindig we have, Dave Hubbard, remember we said this, yes, you guys get the invite. You could come over.
Yeah.
Yes, Fish.
It's funny that they may or may not have invited Art and Kennedy, but they're inviting other people in the area to
Right.
come up.
You know,
The whole morning show was like, hey, if any of you guys
Speaking of invites, speaking of
Pontiac,
invites, speaking of invites, I don't know why the Lions have, I don't know, taken to Corey Woods. They really like the guy.
They
like
have.
As if he's a
true story. They like Corey
as
Woods.
if they really like him or something. I mean, let's take a look.
Well,
So right now, Corey's been going to the minicamp almost every day that they've had it. And can you bring up the interview?
Yeah, I was showing the pictures first
Yeah.
because I want to give him some props. These are all his pictures.
So he's taking these pictures there.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yep.
Look at that.
And then here is the interview.
Look at that strong receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
Toe drag. Look at that
great
strong
picture.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's a professional photographer. or
It
something.
almost as if, I mean, I think he's making some of those plays look better than what they really are. Good job, Corey. Good job.
So here is Dan Campbell's comments on, I know we're talking minicamp and all that, but on Todd.
Take your time bringing it up.
Yep. Right.
Had Todd Gurley in last week. What's the latest with him there?
Yeah, look, we have interest in Todd. We do, and we're talking with he and his agent, and we do. We have interest in him, but I would say this: just because we have interest in him, that does not affect our feeling and our thoughts on both Swift and Jamal. It does not.
With Todd, is that a situation that would play out here in the coming weeks, or some vets just come in the start of training camp? Is that something that maybe waits until the summer?
Yeah, no, I think if we can do it sooner than later, we'd like to. But look, we're not,
Right.
It's not like we're going to set a deadline on it, if you will, Dave. I mean, that's, you know, we have interest in the guy, but that's kind of where it is right now.
I'm going to let you in a little secret, and I probably shouldn't be saying this. The Lions don't like a lot of people. The Lions like Corey. They do. They do. True story. Lions like Corey. Corey, good job.
There's definitely Corey talking.
We're talking about a million things right now. We have no extra coverage of Corey interviews. I showed the pictures. Now we went from minicamp to where we're going to talk about this guy known as Mr. Gurley. It's on the prep. Here are some highlights from him. So, Joique, what are your thoughts about Gurley?
I used to get running back.
Oh, great. Sean, can you add to that enlightenment? Listen.
He should have fallen at the 1.
Okay, now I
good.
know what you guys are doing right now, and I'm going to let you know. I'm the assistant to the operations manager. I will shut this down. I am one button away from shutting this shit down.
You're acting like Sean does not want to go home right now. He's like, okay, shut it down.
Shut it down.
I won't talk. Shut it down.
Dare me to shut. Dare me.
I dare
me.
This will be the record. You guys always say I'm out of here by 12:59. You get 12:11.
We'll never see him again.
I'll run across the street.
I'm gonna tell you this though. You don't have to stop the show, but go to a commercial.
Well, no, we still have time.
No. We have 30
No
seconds.
one listens to me ever. We're going to commercial now. Thanks for
Woodward
ruining
Sports.
everything. Go ahead, Sean. Say Woodward Sports. Joique already did.
You really want to go to a commercial?
It's 12:11. Got to go at 12:12.
Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
So, legitimately, I feel the exact same way about Todd Gurley as I did when it was first announced. Yeah. Is he cool with the smaller share? Because that's what he's going to get, and he probably should get. Is he cool with a smaller contract? Because the contracts that he's used to in the NFL, he's not going to get here.
That's true.
I guess.
Now,
who would I rather have as a quote unquote third running back? You know, a guy like Todd Gurley, or a guy that was an undrafted free agent or a 7th round pick or something. Well, yeah, I'd have Todd Gurley if the price is right. I'm sorry, I don't.
That's the only way he comes here.
I don't think that
If
Todd
he has
Gurley
a deal
is
similar
like,
to Adrian Peterson.
He isn't
We
Todd
talked about
Gurley
it.
2 years ago. I mean, it's just. I'm not lying to you. I'm not being mean.
But-
He's still got a place in the NFL.
I'm gonna tell you this, Sean. If he comes here, he's gonna have the same chip on his shoulder that a lot of players and a lot of coaches have on their shoulder here. I mean, Jared Goff has a huge chip on his shoulder. I mean, he was tossed away, signed a big deal, and you know what? We don't want you here anymore. Todd Gurley signed a big deal. We don't want you here anymore. You're falling off, and so he has that chip on his shoulder. He can come here, and they're playing right now. They're playing for pride. They're playing for pride. They're playing to show that they still have a lot left in the tank. I like Todd Gurley. I think he can come into a good situation. You put a running back like that and back of the offensive line like what we have and what they're going to be in the future, I think he'll have a lot of success here. But how much success will he have when you have Williams in the backfield, you have DeAndre Swift in the backfield? How many touches are you going to get a game? And then at the same time, the politics plays a big part. When it comes to it, because if he's playing well, right? If he goes out here and he gets 3 or 4 carries, I could see him having a similar role to me. My first year in 2012, my first full season.
Arthur.
I guess you could call him a veteran. He's been in the league for a couple years. How does that adapt well to the changes that are being made with the Lions? Would he fit in there well?
That's what I'm saying. So if he came here, I think it'll be a similar situation to how my rookie year was here, to where the very first game of the season I got 1 carry, The second game I got 5. The next game I got a little bit more, and they started giving me more opportunities. And the more that I had success with those few opportunities, the more opportunities I got in the future. And so for him, it's going to be based off what do you do with the opportunities you get when we put you into the game.
So our rushing game would be insane with him, right? Or would it be a slow build like what you're saying? Like with the people that we have on already, adding him, how much of a difference does that make?
I'm gonna tell you the difference maker between now versus in the past. In the past, they can put 7 guys in the box. Now they're going to be stacking the box because they know that's our strength. So they're going to attack our strength, and that's going to be the downfall, just having an extra guy in the box.
Lions Rumble says that we need Swift to dominate. We drafted Swift, not Gurley. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
He's going to play.
I tend to agree with him to this point. We went out and signed a pretty damn good running back from the Green Bay Packers, and we know what we have in DeAndre Swift, and we want to see more. And I think of it as a pie, okay? This would be the best analogy that I could come up with. Think of it as a pie, and a lot of running backs are used as like, you get a third, you get a third, you get a third. I don't think, and think is the key and operative word here, I don't think that pie is going to be shared in thirds.
I think so, though.
I think it's going to be...
Why not? Why?
Well, because you know what? The other guys are better. That's why.
This is what I think, though.
Todd Gurley is what he is right now.
This team next year, Sean, is going to be a run-heavy offense. So the more RBs, the better. Because you know the injury rate in the NFL is 100%. One of these RBs are going to go down, whether it's for a game, whether they get hurt in the game and they're out for the rest of the game, and then you have 2 studs to come in and not drop the ball, not to slow down the momentum, because you know we're not going to be throwing the ball all over the place.
All right, so let me use touches as an example. My ideal situation would be to get Williams 15 touches, Swift 15 touches, and if it's Todd Gurley, get him 5 touches a game. Why would I do that? Because those other guys are better at this point. That's why. But to your point, Joique, I get it. I mean, he's a nice insurance policy if an injury happens, but I have to work under the assumption of all things are considered equal and these guys are healthy. I want, and I think everybody should want, DeAndre Swift to get 15 touches a game, Williams to get 15 touches a game, and then the other guy to get a few touches here or there. You know, and that's, to me, that's, I don't know, that's the logic behind it. So how much of a difference is that? Well, you know what? I want him to be the best 5 carries that we can get. And if he's the best 5 carries of that smaller share, then go for it. If they think he's better than Jefferson, go for it. I mean, that's the point. I don't give a shit where you're drafted.
When you mention pies, it's interesting to me that when it comes to the Lions, we're looking at multiple players doing their part to move forward with the team. But it seems other NFL teams have that one star. So obviously, you know, Gurley not being the star at all, he gave us a win, you know. But is there any member of the Lions team that you could see exploding this year? Because you look at other franchises and other teams, they've got those people. We don't. We have like, oh, well, this guy might do something. This guy might do something. But there's no Calvin Johnson. There's no big player that's like, he's going to be our impact player this year.
So you tell me this. How many times have we had an impact player to when we had a winning organizations and we had a run in the playoff? Tell me one time.
0.
All right, so why do we want to continue that same path?
To me, the most successful path is not having multiple people that might do something. It's having, when we had Johnson, we knew Johnson was going to perform every single time. I can't think of a player to where it's like, that guy's going to be our lead.
All right, I'm going to be a jerk now. As great as Calvin Johnson was, what did the Lions win while Calvin Johnson was here?
And I get that.
All right,
but what I'm saying is he had potential to be the star. We don't have a star on the team right now.
Do you know what the problem is? This goes back to something that we've talked about a lot on the show. I hear from people every day that still can't get it through their head that this is a rebuild, that we are in the midst of a rebuild, that think that there's going to be a big shiny pot of gold at the end of their unicorn-laden rainbow at the end of this year. They don't have the personnel in place yet. There's work to be done. They laid the groundwork. They poured the concrete and they put up these beams in regards to the offensive line, and they're working on the defensive line, and there are a lot of pieces in place. But now, you know what happens? It's like when you're redoing your basement or whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, now I got to add the bar. Now I got to put that TV on the wall and things like that. We're not to that point yet. Dion said Swift is maybe better than Todd Gurley, but not Williams, respectfully. I get what you're saying, tip of the cap. Can I give you an example of something? And I'm going to show my age here, but this is something that popped into my head reading that line. Do you guys remember, when was it, 2008, 2007? I don't remember. The Lions went out and got Rudy with an I Johnson from the Cincinnati Bengals. They got Rudy Johnson from the Bengals. And people were going, we got Rudy Johnson from the Bengals, who for a span of about 4 or 5 years, go look up his numbers, was one of the most consistent running backs in the National Football League. It was frightening how close his numbers were to each other, okay? Except here's the problem. They got him about 2 years too late. And Rudy Johnson lasted, what, a month here? And I'm not saying that Todd Gurley is at that point. Do not misconstrue. But you know what you hear? You hear the name Todd Gurley, and you know what you think about? You think about the guy that was a star a couple years ago. You don't think about the guy who the last couple of years looks like the wear and tear got to him a little bit. Much like the conversation that we have with Jared Goff, right? Shout out to D-Town. Well, everybody wants to talk about what he did. Everybody wants to talk about what he did in 2018, and in particular 2019. Now, I'm going to say it again. He had a great year, okay? Or 2017 and 2018. But you know what people don't want to talk about? They don't want to talk about what a mediocre quarterback he was the last couple of years. How he turned the ball over left and right. I mean, he's a turnover machine. So sometimes you hear a name, and I'm the same. You hear Todd Gurley, oh, dude was a stud, right?
He was.
He hasn't been that way for a couple of years. I'm not being a jerk. Go look up the numbers. It's real.
That's true. And then you have, and this is a different sport, but you have people who leave certain teams to go to different teams, and they kind of, their careers reborn, you know, a new sense of youth. Blake Griffin. I mean, he got out that wheelchair and now. That's a big fan.
It's
right
a miracle.
That's a
Let's
big
be
fan.
honest. I think we're going to be talking about after 3 days, Blake rose from the dead.
Well, who knew
he's
that
now a star again?
Who knew the air was so different in Brooklyn? I mean, the air just makes him perform so much better. It's insane.
It's something about
what are they doing in the Barclays Center? It's got to be just like magic dust that just swirls around to where all of a sudden he can dunk.
So, listen, please, I'm not comparing Rudy with an I Johnson, who came here and was absolutely done. I mean, absolutely, positively done. And people yelled at me, what are you talking about? You must not be paying attention to the National Football League. Look at these numbers. And I was like, boy, it's funny. You keep looking and bringing up these numbers, but you're not talking about what he did the last couple of years. So a guy starts to live by his name. But here's the reality, and Joique can tell you this. Joique can say it better than me. You only live by your name for so long. The National Football League is a what have you done for me lately league. Period. End of story. It's big with the fans, and it resonates with the fans. Hey, we went and got Todd Gurley. Oh, but then the rest of the National Football League is going, yeah, that's cool. I remember he was really good a couple of years ago.
Oof.
That's the way it is. And it's like, you know, and again, I know, Baligian, you're a hater. I know. And you hate facts. Here we are. Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah, I know that sometimes you want me to sing shiny, happy people and sing Kumbaya, and we're all going to hold hands and celebrate playoff victories, and Todd Gurley's going to score 17 touchdowns. What he's done the last couple of years, man, his body's been beaten up.
Yeah, he'll be better. So he had a visit with the Ravens. I think he'd be better off going there than coming here.
I think might be a better opportunity for him there, too, because when you look at the Ravens backfield, I mean, there's J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. And, right?
Right. It'll be a better opportunity for him there. It's just my thought. And right now, he's at the tail end. You want to go to a team that can win now. That's a team that's right now that can win now. So better for him. Stay tuned. Sean Baligian, Joique Bell, and this is Woodward Sports.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Did you guys watch the Clarissa
Shields?
Can we start again? Did you guys watch the Clarissa Shields match last night? Art, did it go pretty much the way that you thought? Because I thought to myself, all right, I know what Art told me, and I like seriously, I'm going to defer to Art because this is like in your backyard, not everything. Did it go the way that you thought?
Absolutely not. No, I mean, her winning, of course, but her method of winning, absolutely not. I would have never expected a full-time boxer to beat an MMA fighter. She was 3-6, but that's besides the point. In ground and pound. That to me, Clarissa showed a lot of heart, but she also showed that she has been working on her skills. I mean, like, you know, Joique and I were discussing. She got out of that arm bar.
Truly, I don't, no idea how she was able to get out of that arm bar.
Yeah.
No idea. No idea.
You know what's crazy is I'm going to pull up this graphic. Shields said, I've been doing MMA for 7 months. She's been doing it for 12 years, so I knew I was at a disadvantage. But I also knew, too, that I'm just a different kind of animal. I think she got that quote from you, Joique. So mentioning animal, if she would have said gorilla, you could have gotten props for that. Even though I felt like I was losing.
You have to snarl when you say it, though. Gorilla!
Even though I felt like I was losing, I still felt like we still have time. I'm not going to say that Clarissa was by any means saved by the bell. It was in the 3rd round. But the fact that she knew what to do, get in side mount position, and do the ground and pound reminds me very much of like a Rampage Jackson. To where Rampage Jackson was known for these, but if it went to the ground, he could defend himself. Not always great, but he could make it happen. With Clarissa, there are holes in her game. As being like a major fan of hers, there are holes in her game. But she's only been doing this for 7 months. Working with Greg Jackson, Holly Holm, John Jones, Michelle Watterson has paid off drastically, and I can't wait to see her next fight.
You see how she was dropping the hips?
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I know we talked right before the fight, and it might be on her. I don't want to say what we talked about. It might be on her documentary, but you know, it was me.
You and Clarissa talked before the fight?
Yeah, we talked probably. She
cool.
FaceTimed. I had I think I texted her, and then she FaceTimed me while we were at a birthday dinner, probably like around 8:30ish last night, and so we was able, me, E, and a few more friends was able to talk to her, and she was ready.
Yeah,
she was ready.
You could tell.
You can tell she was ready, and I sent her a voice note with a prayer. And then she listened to it. She went out there. Shout out to Tony. Tony was there as well. Shout out to Tony. And I can just tell from the time I met her in person a while back to like now, good friends. And to see the work she's put in, it's crazy to see the transformation of her body.
Yeah.
Like to see how much she slimmed up.
154.
Ridiculous.
Which is crazy. You know, to me, I think the PFL was a perfect organization for her, and I'll tell you why. She knows that she's a novice in this department. She knows that she has a lot of work to do. Sadly, if she would have gone right to the big leagues in the UFC, I don't think it would have ended well for her. But she's taking the long way to the top, and I respect her for that. She could have went to the UFC and pulled off a CM Punk and got dominated, and then, like I was talking to you about it, Joique, like that to me, that kind of tarnishes her legacy and the form that, oh yeah, well you're good at boxing, but you failed in MMA. She did not fail last night. I don't care if it was against a fighter that's 0-20. She went in there and did what every boxer talks about doing, but very few actually do. I give her props for that.
I give her props.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clarissa, man.
And I mean, look at this. I mean, she is. You don't want those coming down on you, man.
Oh, look. And did you hear her interview at the end?
Yes.
And so we can't play that.
No, we can't.
All right, so I'll give you an example. So she's doing her her post-fight interview, and I played it for Sean before the show. And this is the Flint in her that I love so much, the mentality. She said that when I had her on the ground and she started to do the ground and pound, she was saying that her coaches were telling her to get up, like, let her up, let her up, let her up. And she said, I heard them, but in the back of my head, I said, hell no. And that was probably the funniest thing I've heard throughout. That was one of the funniest things I've heard in the interview. And when she said it with conviction. Like, it was no way I was letting her back up. No way. And so I was proud of her. I can tell she's been putting in a lot of work just by her skills. And yeah. What's up?
You know what's crazy is I read Twitter comments, which is the worst thing to do ever. But a lot of people dislike her because of her Flint mentality. But unless you visited the area, unless you worked in the area, unless you're like me and you live in the gully of it. I mean, I'm in the deep of Flint. Yeah. You don't understand that that's where you come from.
What part is that, Art?
Holly, Michigan. But like with her, I remember I interviewed her when I was working in Flint. And I was kind of like taken back by her, like, hey, look at me. Hey, I'm the shit. And then you watch her fights and you're like, you know what? Don't ever change. Because the second you change is when you start losing.
She was at the radio station. They brought her into the radio station a couple of years ago. And I did an interview with her at the radio station that I work for. And it was the same thing. I thought it was great. It was like, she knows. Nothing wrong with a little confidence. I think there's a difference between confidence and cocky. I do. I think there's a difference between confidence and cocky, and I thought it was refreshing. I liked it. I had no problem with it. No problem with it. So
this kind of, you know what, her attitude reminds me of, or the way people view her. Another person that's really cocky, and I think she's confident. I'm not gonna say she's cocky, but like. And I think he's confident, not cocky. But like Usain Bolt, I love Usain Bolt. I think he has a great attitude. I think he's very confident. And there's a thin line between confident and cocky. And I love his mentality. I think she has a similar mentality to Usain Bolt when it comes to doing interviews, when it comes to interacting with fans or supporters. I love it. She's always been supportive of all her friends. She's never switched up. Always going back to her community, having boxing classes, taking the youth under her wing, having these classes for a month or 2 months straight. How can you not like a woman who goes back and supports her community just because of her mentality?
We have a live studio audience this morning. There's like a whole family sitting there, so I'm just waving to everybody. Hi, guys. How you doing? What's up, my man? You enjoying getting your haircut today?
Hey, don't touch those windows.
That's a pretty dress, little girl.
Don't touch those windows.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned Usain Bolt. You're gonna have to. If you ever have a conversation with him, ask him about the time that I met him down in the Bahamas back in 2001.
Did you race him?
Did I race him?
Oh, ooh.
Just ask him about it.
High school. He was in high school.
Usain Bolt and I met down in the Bahamas in 2001. Ask him about the little run that we had down the beach.
See if his name rings bells, Mr. Baligian. Got that gorilla.
We ran down the beach like Rocky and Apollo, and when I blew past him, Usain Bolt looked at me and said, "You, sir, are the greatest sprinter in the world." And I said, "Shh, don't tell anybody." I kicked his ass.
Stop it.
He said he wasn't used to the sand in the Bahamas, and I said, "You want to go to Jamaica? Where do you want to run, Bolt?" He said, "No more." It was great.
Wow.
Ask him about it next time you see him. Right before a race, he's going to FaceTime Joique. Joique, what's up? Hey, Baligian tells me he raced you. I don't mention that name around me. That's what happened.
How long is this going to go on for?
Summer of 01. It was a great day. Great day.
can't take
That's right, Bolt. I just call him Bolt.
You guys are close.
We're like this.
What's up, Bolt?
I like this.
No, you know why I call him Bolt? Because I bolted past his ass. That's why I call him Bolt.
I thought you called him UB.
All he saw were elbows and assholes as I was running right by him.
That's my favorite quote from you ever.
Son of a gun.
Elbows and assholes.
I showed him.
I think we can take another break.
Can I
This
go
is
home
women's
yet?
sport.
Can I just really, I want to go home.
You know what?
Today I want to go home. I want to go home today.
You complain and
25
cry
minutes.
about. You complain and cry about not, we're just work friends, and then you can't wait to leave us.
You can't wait to leave it. We love.
Kinda true.
Sean doesn't want to leave us. You really wanna
No.
leave? You don't leave? You want to leave?
I want to
brought
stay
the-
here all afternoon.
Good, because
I'm pulling
got the
double
pickup.
duty. I'm going on with
'Cause
Maz today.
You know what
Sean
we're gonna do
and
after the
Maz.
show? You know what we're gonna do after the show?
What?
I'm gonna drive you to your car in my pickup so we can enjoy it together.
We can pack a dip.
Yeah, but you guys park next to each
We're
other.
gonna go full.
No, he parked across the
full
street. and
pickup.
parked
I know.
all
I
the
have
way
to
down
park
the other
across
end.
the street. When I get here in the morning, the spots are always full.
Isn't it kind of creepy that he knows exactly where you parked? Maybe he
I can
wants
see
to.
it. I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
I
to
just thought maybe you wanted
avoid
his
that
truck.
thing.
Maybe you were jealous of his truck.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go for a ride.
Kennedy came up with this idea, and it's funny, Kennedy, because
Kennedy did.
She did. So
it wasn't your idea about bring it back. Was that your idea? Or
Nope,
was it-
I don't come up
Bring it
with
back.
any of the ideas here.
Was that Art's idea?
Listen,
Oh boy! I told you, soap opera. I want to go home.
I will sit back in Art and I's little shared cubicle space that we share with Fish as well. And I will work and I will be like, oh, we really need more fun topics for us to hit on. And Art goes, well, why don't I just do everything around here? And then he starts
do the voice.
Googling anyway.
Do
And
the
then he
voice.
goes, wait, this would be a fun topic, Kennedy.
Hold up. Do
And
the
so
voice
then I
again.
approve it and then I put it on the sheet.
Do the voice again. What is he?
What? Art?
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's like, why don't I just do everything around here? Let me do your work for you. I do everyone's work. I'm going to do everyone's job.
Hey, no
He
one
says
else
it
is.
every
be great. Be
day.
great.
No one else is the assistant to the operations manager, but whoosh, Kobe, baby, it's me.
All right, Fish. Before we go to the break, what Fish?
Yeah, we had to kick out some people yesterday who were in our room during this show. We took back our room. It's ours now.
That's right.
Who we kick out?
We
damn
kicked out Sticky Wicky, Maui Wowie, and Tiki. Get him out of there. Get him out of
we
our
didn't
room.
really
Who's
talk
Sticky
enough
Icky,
about that.
Maui,
Like
and-
these mysterious people that sit and watch the show. Like, don't you have work to do?
Right.
Go in the back. Go work.
Thank you.
I don't know any of you.
And that's what I've been getting on them for it. I said no extras anymore. No
I
extras.
like the
in
one
Yeah, it
guy I
messes
do
with my
like is
anxiety.
the other
I
Adam.
know.
Did I get
Messes
his
with
name
my
right? The other
anxiety.
Adam.
No,
that has
his
the
name's
curly hair?
Curly. His name's Curly.
Okay, he just smiles. He's a nice guy. I want to tell him, like, Adam, if you're watching, if you see this,
His name's not Adam, it's Curly.
all right, Curly,
Stick
don't
calls him
change.
White Boy Adam.
He's always smiling. It's like he's a good dude.
You know
Yeah.
who else smiles?
Who?
Sawyer before he kills someone.
He does.
It's a good day.
Oh, God, he's smiling
Look at him
again.
right now.
Shit.
With his arms crossed. He can't even get his arms around his biceps. Look at him.
I love that
Oh,
guy.
God.
Hey, look at him.
Sawyer's the best addition here because one day I'm just going to go, Sawyer! And
Sawyer
I'm going to
like
point
used to
and
be in the
then
military
mayhem.
as a sniper.
People are just going to be thrown out of windows. It's a good time.
Have you
But,
ever thought about becoming a sniper?
I did actually back in the day.
You kind of look like the guy from Sniper on the movie.
John Cena?
American Sniper. American Sniper.
Kennedy, you sent this in the text,
Chris
and it was
Kyle?
funny because
In that. You kind of look like him right now.
Art said, hey, can you guys tell me your show? And so I told him the show, and then I was like, wait a second, the show that I brought up already kind of did that last summer. Fans of this show. And it wasn't a very enjoyable watch, but yeah, just the same, they did that. So here's the question that we have.
We have to go to break.
If you could bring
I'm about
back
to ask
any television show for a 90-minute TV movie to wrap things up, what would you choose? We'll come back, get your thoughts.
Yeah.
It is a FriYAY, yay, crazy, yay,
This
day.
is tough for me.
Here, there's something in the air.
It was-
and it's not the air conditioning
When we
on
come
Woodward
back, Sean,
Sports.
when we come back, Sean, this was a hard pick for me. It was.
Yeah, it
two
took you
shows.
forever to
It
respond.
was because I was trying to decipher between two TV shows because one is a better TV show, and one's a better show. So when we come back, we'll talk about it.
That is not what
Oh,
happened.
we will talk about it.
Sports. What was sports? Say it to
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Yeah. So as I was saying before we went to break, so we have this thing that Kennedy came up with called Bring It Back, and you bring back a TV show for 90 minutes to wrap it up. So it was 2 TV shows that I like, Sean, and it was hard for me to decipher between the two because I grew up on both. One was originated here in Detroit. The other one was originated out in California, in Bel Air. So it was tough because one show is funnier, one show is better. And so for me, I wanted to go with the funny, but I was like, you know what? Let's do the better show. And so for me, it was Fresh Prince of Bel Air. What was yours, Sean?
My show was. No, I picked Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, which I don't think actual Sean would ever watch. But I loved the show, and I binged it, and there were 6 seasons on Netflix. And so I thought, oh, for sure, that's enough to wrap it up, right? No.
Hey, Kennedy, what was yours?
Oh my gosh, I was doing.
Your mic's not on. Come on, Kennedy.
Get me, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was totally doing my push-ups last night with beer all over the ground.
Oh my God.
Kennedy, you are busting it open.
You over there busting it
What are you
open.
talking about?
Stretch it.
I have to stretch my leg while I'm sitting here.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean, close your mouth. You like a perv,
Dylan
Sean.
Larkin.
Sean, close your mouth.
Hey, Kennedy, are you still recovering from the horseback riding on Saturday?
Let me tell you, Fish.
There's something that's going to pop out in a second. Put your leg down.
Dylan Larkin and I went horseback riding.
No, I wish, though. That would be awesome.
Hey, Sean, how do you feel about that?
Now's your chance to get him.
This is your chance.
Pay me
This is
back.
your chance.
Okay.
Start spitting.
Go ahead, Sean Baligian.
Get mad.
You like
Oh,
sweating
Mad Sean, I was going to do old Grandpa Sean. You know, Joique, my kids, when they do bad things, and I just give them that look, like I'm so disappointed in them, and
Keep going.
then I just gotta put my dip in.
Do some dip, Kennedy.
I'm from Central Tennessee. Listen. I'm from Central Tennessee with that invitation.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you know.
This show is completely off the rails.
Hey, welcome to FriYAY, everybody.
All right, put it on Joique, we'll swap.
As the ops manager, I approve of this content.
Great content today, and my iPad is about to die.
So your vote, Joique, was for Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, it was Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Here's my question to you, and I'm not trying to bring.
Oh, I know you're about to do the old Aunt Viv or the new Aunt Viv.
That's yeah, but what about like Uncle Phil? What do you do, man? Like, what do you do?
That's tough.
That's
That's
one
tough.
can replace Uncle Phil. So
You know what they say? Everyone in the world has a twin.
I have a twin.
Yeah.
Yep, he lives in Grand Rapids.
Yeah. So, even though he's a twin, I mean, you see they try to do a reboot of it. Of I haven't watched it yet because I didn't hear too many good reviews, but they kind of did a reboot of it of First Prince of Bel Air, but I haven't watched it yet. But
It was on HBO. They did a special too with the entire cast, obviously minus Uncle Phil. Rest in peace to the legend.
Yeah,
you know.
for sure, a legend. For sure a legend.
Sean, your pick was interesting because I did learn. I'm not gonna lie. I've never gotten into this show. I respect you for liking it, but you did mention that they should revamp it, and then looking it up, they did like a COVID-19 special.
It just wasn't good. It wasn't. They did it like they were doing a Zoom meeting. I think one of the greatest characters in the history of television is Ron Swanson. And it was funny because the reason I started watching the show is because my wife and my kids were like, they would watch a show and they'd roar. And so what I do, Kennedy, you'll appreciate this. I play the old man of the group. Like I'll walk in the room when I hear them all laughing, and like I'll sit there for like 5 seconds and watch a show, and I'll go, "This is terrible. How can you watch this?" And I walk away. And so like that, everything they watch is terrible. And I do the back in my day. This show was funny, you know, all that. I watched Leave It to Beaver, and so but I actually sat down and watched Parks and Rec because my family were like, Dad, you're Ron Swanson. You are Ron Swanson. And there's this character on the show. Tell me if this guy sounds familiar. He wants to eat meat. He wants to go live in the woods. He wants to barbecue. And he has zero trust for the government. And I was like, that sounds like a cool dude. That sounds like a cool dude. And so that, like, on Parks and Rec, it's a really, if you haven't watched Parks and Rec, that show makes me laugh. Just little things that they do. I don't know what it is about that show. It just makes me laugh. And they did this thing like during COVID where they caught up with the cast and they acted like this is a couple of years after the show ended and everything. And it was terrible. There was no other way to say it. It just wasn't good. And it was disappointing. It had its moments, but it wasn't like, because you remember the show as it was and everything. And so when they did this, it was like, nah, it's not working.
Was it like watching all of the Avatar, the last Airbender episodes, and then watching the movie and being totally disappointed?
Are you an anime fan?
Not really. But you know, growing up, I used to like Avatar, the last Airbender.
Wow.
I used to like Dragon Ball Z. And those are my two things right there. That's why I called Chad Super Saiyan. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So
Tammy brought up a great point. I was actually talking about this with two different friends yesterday. And Tammy, I want to make reference to this. For many of us hockey fans, part of our DNA is watching Hockey Night in Canada. And since Don Cherry has been off of it, it just isn't the same. And like part of the beauty of it, they had such a hook. Like I'll use the NFL as an example. Like seriously, you're watching on a Sunday afternoon. Really and truly, how often do you watch the halftime show? Right? Well, you were playing. But I mean, really, it's like, hey, I want to see what what hijinks and hilarity Terry Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson get into on Fox. You know what I do? I look to see if another game's on, right?
Yeah.
But for hockey fans, you had to watch after the first period because you had to see what Don Cherry was going to say. And Don Cherry got himself in trouble. I really don't even think it was because of what he said that moment, but it was the Lifetime Achievement Award of offending people. And so they fired him, and it's unwatchable. So you know what I do during intermissions now? I go live. Like instead of like watching, I don't watch intermissions anymore. They talk about dumb things. And you don't have that personality there.
I think the last time.
Are you my daughter? Like that. It's things like that because I was always dialed in.
I think the last time we watched a halftime performance or a halftime show is when they had the Super Bowl at Beyonce concert. That's the last time I watched a halftime show. What about you, Art? When was the last time you watched a halftime show?
I watched the Weekend halftime show, and I thought it was great.
Garbage.
Real quick, here's my show. One of the greatest shows ever created. It didn't end on a bad note by any means, but it just kind of ended with me wanting more, and that would be season 1. Season 1!
That's unbelievable.
Of True Detective.
Awesome. And Series 3 was also good, too. Is it with what's that guy's name? Maharaj Ali? Or whatever. I don't know how to say his name.
I have heard from numerous sources that season 1 is the best. Avoid 2 and 3, so I have done that.
It is. But it was 1, then 3, and then the other ones were meh.
Here's my question. For a TV series, is there any better of a duo than Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson? I mean, that to me was amazing.
Because together there's more smoke than the Smoke Show. I mean, no, seriously, those guys are probably stoned constantly. So
Woody Harrelson, definitely, yeah. Have you ever watched True Detective, Joique?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you'd enjoy it.
I'll watch Godfather of Harlem if you watch True Detective.
That first season was unbelievable.
I watched the first season of that.
It was co-sign. Unbelievable.
No, I would tell you to watch Game of Thrones.
Ugh. I can't do the accents, man.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Get through the first season. If you're not hooked by the end of the first season, right? Do, like I said, if you do that, I'll do that.
All right.
When are you going to start?
This weekend's pretty busy for me, and next
That's
weekend.
not what I asked. I didn't ask you when you couldn't do it. I asked
weekend after that, I'm pretty busy too.
That's not what I'm asking.
I'll give it a chance. Maybe
no.
tonight. I don't know though. I've got a busy schedule.
That's not what I'm asking you. When can you get started? Just
Can I
give
tell
me
you something, Joique? Unless a show catches me right off the bat, okay. What are you doing? Why?
Because it's not going to catch you right off the bat.
I can't watch it then. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you why.
ADD.
Let me tell you why though, and because if you just start watching this movie, and you don't know the families, you don't know the storylines, you're not going to get it when it starts to get good. You're not going to know the impact, the true impact of what's really happening. So you have to watch the first 3 or 4 episodes of it being slow to kind of know. And once you get through that, when it starts to pick up around episode 5 or 6, you're hooked for the rest of the series.
I'll make a deal with you. Yesterday I took a great glance at your theater. Why don't I come over tonight? We'll watch it in your theater. Sean, what? Sean? I did notice, I will say, Joique is a family man, and he had like a little hamster like wheel thing, not a wheel thing, but like where you can crawl through, you know, kids can crawl through the little.
Yeah,
like,
I had like the little tunnel thing for my daughter where she can like. It's like a look. It's like a little. It's not a castle thing, but it's like a little thing she can go in there and play. Then it's like a tunnel that leads to like a place where you put a bunch of balls in. So it's like I don't know what you call it. But it has like a rim on it, so she can just kind of play basketball.
So I had asked Joique, I said, Joique, have you ever gone through that? I can't see you fitting through it. He's like, actually, I have. And I just pictured Joique going through a little, like, McDonald's place.
Can I tell you, like, I'm never going to give Game of Thrones another chance.
Ooh.
I'm never, like, I listened to what Joique said, and I've heard that a few people say that. I'm never going to give it another chance for 2 words. Dragon eggs. Like, you lost me at dragon eggs.
I don't get into the medieval shit.
Like, you lost me, and I'm out.
But
like, if you didn't include dragon eggs,
triggered.
I would probably, go, you know what? I'm seriously gonna sit and watch this. I am.
No.
But when you're talking about dragon eggs, then it's just like I go like this. Sawyer and I are gonna go kill people. Well, Sawyer's gonna kill people, and I'm gonna watch.
Hey, let's go to the people. If you guys think Sean should give Game of Thrones one more shot, one more chance, just go through the first season. You don't like the first season, don't ever watch it again.
Just comment with
please,
yay.
Sean. That's one thing I want. I've never asked for too much. That's the one thing I asked for. If you to go through and if you listen, Sean. No, listen, Sean. If you don't like it, if you do not like it,
he'll give you a ride in the Tesla.
No. I do something better. You whatever you want. If it's in my possession, you got it. I know you don't need anything. No. It's things that you don't want materially. Like you have everything you want. But it might be something else.
Oh, I know what I could pick.
Exactly. So if you watch the first season and you say, you know what, I can't do it, Joique, I don't like it.
You know what? I seriously, I'm all jokes aside, it was when Dragon Eggs came up, I went like that. Just come on, dragon eggs.
What episode?
I don't know. They were talking about how they like the one blonde queen was looking for the dragon queen.
She wasn't the queen yet.
Or the dragon eggs. Well, listen. Hi, I'm Sean Baligian for Joique Bells. When I need dragon eggs, no place gets me dragon eggs as quickly as going to Joique's Bell. That's why if you're shopping, there's no such thing as dragon eggs. You know why there are no such thing as
because
dragon
they killed
eggs?
them off.
There's no such thing as fire-breathing dragons.
Because
you take that back, Sonny B.
There are dragons.
Don't throw your hat. Do not throw it.
It came close.
No,
it came close.
There are dragons out here, Sean.
I haven't thrown the hat once this week. Don't make me throw it.
This is the last day. We talked about your anger and not throwing them tantrums.
That's right.
Earlier in the show.
Sean, don't throw your hat.
We just talked about that.
I didn't throw my hat.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yes, Fish.
Hey, since we're back on good terms.
We're not.
Oh, we're not?
Fish, you're okay with me.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm not good on good terms then. Me and you are on good terms, possibly, maybe not. Can we watch a Canadians game together?
No.
It doesn't have to be this season. It could be the 21-22 season.
Why?
You really want to watch a game together?
Yes. But I want the real you. I don't want you to just sit there. I want the real you.
Nobody.
I won't tell anyone.
Nobody.
I'm not going to put on Instagram like the other people do.
Doesn't happen. Don't
you don't want to see
the real
Sean. I do want to see the real Sean. I want to see you in your
It doesn't happen. It doesn't like that. Just
I watch soccer where they kill people because
Here
the
we go.
fans are violent.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm used to it.
Did you do the My Bookie read already?
I did.
Okay.
He did.
Can we
Well,
go now?
yeah, we have to take a break.
No,
We got 5
we got
minutes.
4 minutes left. We
I
might
said
as
we
well
had to take a
or
break.
But we have to take a break. I
We have
thought
to
we
take
were
a
close
break.
enough to the break where we could just say goodbye for now.
Oh my God,
We
you
gotta
guys are
take a break.
divas. All right, going to break. Don't even care about no.
What was
No,
sports?
don't say it.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Go ahead.
All right.
I know I want you to do it.
Yeah, we got it. So we're back from break. So during the break, we're actually discussing when Sean is going to come up for my charity weekend next week.
I thought we were like doing the show there, but we're not doing the show there.
No, we're not. So
Okay.
we're doing the show. So
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna
So
be
you're doing
home.
the show here. You're doing the show here. I'll be tapping in from the golf outing, and we'll be kind of back and forth. Corey will be down there. Take a look at it. It's next weekend. If you guys want to learn more about it, go to joiquebell.com and click on the charity weekend tab to see all the different events that we have coming up in the upcoming week. So right now, these are some of the guests that I have coming. Trick, Clarissa Shields, Kelvin Johnson, Rob Sims, Mike Weber from the Packers, Stephen Tulloch, Nevin Lawson, Mac Durant, Jordan Howard, Pagian from 106 and Park, Morel, Jelana. Like, I have a whole list of a lot of friends. DJ K Dirty, DJ Flex, Jeremy Langford. I mean, the list goes on, and I have people on the list that aren't on the list that will be shown there as well. So please come out, support. We want everyone to come out. So that will be June 17th through June 20th. Tap in with me.
I have a question. Since you have two of my favorite people out there, Trick and Clarissa Shields, would it be possible? I've always wanted to get punched in the stomach by a professional boxer.
What the hell's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
It's content, man. Would you, could you try and set that up? You talk to her.
You wanna-
and then I
what?
could smoke weed
Hold
with
up.
Trick after.
Hold on, say it again. You say you want to.
I want to get punched in the stomach by Clarissa Shields, and then I want to smoke a joint with Trick.
You say you want to get punched in your stomach by a professional. I can do that.
Well, I know, but you already hurt me by paying me $1.50 to drive 2 hours to give you your wallet. That was a punch to the stomach. Sean, laugh! It was funny. He's checked out.
Checked out.
You know what? Can I tell you this? Guns don't kill people. Sawyer does. That's my words
So
of wisdom.
Sawyer should punch me in the stomach?
Yes. Yeah. Why don't you just? Yeah. Why don't you let Sawyer just
One.
do it?
There's one good one.
Right now, live on air?
Yes.
Oh, look at the time. We've got to go.
Gang.